Imagine living in a country that was once richer than many parts of North America. A country that defeated one of the most powerful empires on Earth. A country that won its freedom through one of the most successful slave revolts in human history. Now imagine that same country becoming the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. A place where millions struggle to survive, governments collapse, gangs control entire neighborhoods, and thousands risk everything just to leave. This is Haiti. And the question is simple. Why did Haiti never recover? To understand what happened, we need to go back more than 200 years. Long before Haiti became a symbol of poverty and instability, it was one of the most valuable colonies on Earth. During the 18th century, Haiti was known as Saint-Domingue, a French colony located on the western side of the island of Hispaniola in the Caribbean. At the time, Saint-Domingue was often called the Pearl of the Antilles. The colony produced enormous amounts of sugar, coffee, indigo, and other valuable goods. In fact, it generated a significant share of France's overseas wealth. But there was a dark side to this prosperity. The entire economy depended on slavery. Hundreds of thousands of enslaved Africans were forced to work under brutal conditions on plantations. Life expectancy was extremely low. Violence was common. The colony became one of the most unequal societies in the world. Then, everything changed. Inspired by the ideals of the French Revolution, enslaved people launched a massive uprising in 1791. What followed was one of the most remarkable struggles in history. Former slaves fought against French forces, foreign armies, and powerful interests determined to preserve the old system. Against all odds, they won. In 1804, Haiti declared independence. It became the first independent Black republic in the world. The victory should have marked the beginning of a new era. Instead, it became the start of a long nightmare. The world's major powers were terrified by Haiti's success. Slave-owning societies across the Americas feared that similar revolutions could spread. Many countries isolated Haiti diplomatically and economically. Then came one of the most devastating decisions in modern history. In 1825, France demanded compensation for the loss of its colony and enslaved people. Think about that for a moment. The former slaves who had fought for their freedom were forced to pay their former colonial rulers. French warships arrived near Haiti and demanded payment under the threat of invasion. Haiti had little choice. The country agreed to pay an enormous indemnity. To meet these payments, Haiti borrowed money from French banks. The result was catastrophic. For generations, a large portion of Haiti's wealth flowed out of the country. Money that could have been invested in roads, schools, hospitals, and economic development instead went toward debt payments. Some historians argue that this burden crippled Haiti before it even had a chance to build a stable nation. But debt was only part of the problem. After independence, Haiti faced constant political instability. Governments rose and fell. Military leaders competed for power. Coups became common. National institutions remained weak. Instead of creating a strong foundation for development, political conflicts consumed resources and divided society. Throughout the 19th century, Haiti struggled to modernize. Infrastructure remained limited. Education lagged behind. agricultural productivity declined. While many nations were industrializing, Haiti remained heavily dependent on subsistence farming. The country was falling behind. Then the 20th century brought new challenges. In 1915, the United States occupied Haiti. The occupation lasted nearly 2 decades. American authorities built roads and modernized some parts of the economy. But the occupation was also deeply controversial. Many Haitians viewed it as foreign control rather than genuine assistance. Political tensions continued even after American forces left. Then came one of the darkest chapters in Haitian history. In 1957, François Duvalier, known as Papa Doc, came to power.
He established an authoritarian regime built on fear.
His secret police became notorious for violence and intimidation. Political opponents disappeared. Freedom was crushed. When Papa Doc died, power passed to his son, Jean-Claude Duvalier. Known as Baby Doc, he continued the dictatorship for years. Corruption spread throughout the state. Public institutions weakened even further. Economic opportunities remained limited. Many educated Haitians left the country. The brain drain accelerated. The people who might have helped rebuild Haiti were increasingly leaving in search of better futures elsewhere. By the late 20th century, Haiti was trapped in a vicious cycle. Weak institutions created instability. Instability discouraged investment. Lack of investment limited economic growth. Poverty increased social tensions. And social tensions created even more instability. But as devastating as these problems were, something even worse was coming. Nature. Haiti sits in a region highly vulnerable to hurricanes, tropical storms, floods, and earthquakes. Over decades, environmental degradation made the country even more vulnerable. Large areas of forest were cut down. Without trees to hold the soil in place, floods and landslides became more destructive. Every major storm caused enormous damage. Communities struggled to recover before the next disaster arrived. Then, in January 2010, tragedy struck. A massive earthquake hit near the capital, Port-au-Prince. The disaster killed hundreds of thousands of people and displaced millions more. Government buildings collapsed. Hospitals were destroyed. Infrastructure was shattered. The earthquake became one of the deadliest natural disasters of the 21st century. The world responded with aid. Billions of dollars were pledged. But recovery proved far more difficult than expected. Weak institutions, corruption, poor coordination, and political instability slowed reconstruction efforts. Years later, many Haitians were still living with the consequences. The earthquake was not the cause of Haiti's problems. It simply exposed and intensified weaknesses that had existed for generations. Then, political instability returned once again. Governments struggled to maintain control. Public trust collapsed. Economic growth remained weak. Inflation increased. Unemployment remained high. And criminal organizations grew stronger. Today, armed gangs control large parts of the capital and surrounding regions. In some areas, the state has little authority. Violence, kidnappings, and insecurity have become part of daily life for many citizens. International organizations repeatedly warn about humanitarian crises. Millions face food insecurity. Basic services are often unreliable. The situation appears overwhelming. But it is important to understand something. Haiti's story is not simply a story of failure. It is a story of historical burdens, foreign exploitation, political mistakes, environmental vulnerability, and repeated disasters colliding over centuries. No single event destroyed Haiti. No single leader caused all of its problems. And no single solution will fix them. The challenges Haiti faces today were built over generations. Debt weakened development. Political instability weakened institutions. Dictatorships weaken democracy. Natural disasters destroy progress. Corruption undermined trust. Violence discouraged investment. Each problem reinforced the others. Together, they created one of the most difficult development traps in the modern world. Yet despite everything, Haiti continues to endure. Its people have survived colonialism, slavery, foreign intervention, dictatorships, earthquakes, hurricanes, and political collapse. The country that shocked the world in 1804 still exists. The question now is not why Haiti never recovered. The question is whether Haiti can finally break the cycle that has held it back for more than 2 centuries. And the answer to that question may shape the future of an entire nation.